Hi, I'm Fran Cheverton. I'm the lead consultant for the Trauma and Healing team at the Berry Street Childhood Institute. Trauma and Healing team provide learning and development opportunities in the fields of trauma, attachment and development for workers in the child and family services sector to equip them with the skills, knowledge and abilities that they need to be able to go out and support the children, young people and families and carers that they work alongside. What the Berry Street Childhood Institute brings is the 140 years of knowledge that Berry Street has gained in its time, and that is an incredibly unique position to have. Berry Street is a leader in the out-of-home care sector, and the expertise and knowledge that Berry Street as an organisation provides to us that we can in turn pass on to the child and family services sector is invaluable. The complex nature of the difficulties that workers are now being confronted with is huge. We're seeing an enormous increase in the number of children going into out-of-home care. We're seeing an enormous increase in the number of children or reports of children being abused, neglected or maltreated. So the sector is under a huge amount of pressure. How can they possibly try and hold enormous caseloads as well as hold all the problems that are happening within a family and get their head around the research? And that's where we come in. We can start making sense of the research for workers and helping them to navigate this field of trauma, attachment and development in the best way that we can. We know that if we work alongside children, creating a sense of safety and security, they can thrive. And as long as we can also equip their parents, carers and teachers with this knowledge as well, we can see great improvements in children's ability to function in everyday life. Every child is completely unique, and we need to be really respectful that every family that a worker comes into contact with will also have their own unique story. The more that we understand the complex nature of families, the more we're able to get solutions. The moment we start reducing a problem to something simple, often we see the same problem reoccurring all the time. All of the learning and development opportunities that we provide are based on acknowledging what the adult learner, the worker, already brings. So their skills, knowledge and experience. And that methodology means that we're then moving away from a more punitive approach where we're actually going to be engaging with the knowledge they already bring and wanting to really have a curious approach. We're also really aware though that running alongside the need to be trauma informed and to make sure that we hold a really secure base for workers, they also need to be able to justify the learning and development that they take. And that means that we need to be able to prove to organisations that the learning and development opportunities that they're receiving are in line with their organisational standards. So we're very interested in working alongside all of the organisations to think about ways that we can evaluate and look at impact for learning in the long term to make sure that it's not just a one-off, but this is something that we can see workers truly improving in their practice. We acknowledge that the complex needs of the children, young people and families that workers are working alongside can lead to unsustainable work practices and a sense of isolation for workers. And part of the learning and development that we provide is really about being able to both acknowledge that experience and think about ways that workers can feel supported and held so that they can in turn go on to support the families and carers that they work with. The feedback that we receive from the people that we've been providing the learning and development opportunities to has been phenomenal. Overall, workers feel far more supported. The environment that we create within the learning and development space is mirroring or paralleling the therapeutic experience that they can in turn provide to children and families. And I think if anything, if we can provide that and help them to make meaning of the trauma that children experience, we've done the best we can.